The original construction started here in November of 1957 and was completed just in time for the inaugural Daytona 500, February 22nd, 1959. Now, Bill Francini thought there'd only be about 20,000 race fans, so he was ecstatic when there was over 41,000 race fans were in attendance. Now, when he went out looking for a place to build the stadium, he looked far and wide. It had to have 3 different criteria. Number 1, it had to be large enough to accommodate a 2.5-mile oval track. And it also had to have enough dirt and sand and the right consistency to build the high banks. He found all of that wrapped up into this one package right here. The property is situated on 480 acres, of which 180 acres is just behind those hollowed walls. The stadium is the new stadium was just completed about 2 years ago, and it is 0.8 of a mile long. Oh, there's a little story behind that. Now, when they tore the old stadium down, they did it section by section. They started at the west end, in other words, the end that we're facing, and then once they got the first one built, they started to figure it out. So one person said, let's try that about the earth. Did the calculations, it worked out perfect. This place is so big that the east end, the west end that we're facing right now, the end we're facing right now is 7 inches higher than the east end that we just came from. And that is because of the curvature of the earth. That's amazing. And folks, this place is huge. Now we have all kinds of different events here. We have, in January, we have the Rolex 24 race. February, we have the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, more affectionately called the Daytona 500. March is Bike Week. We have over 700,000 motorcycles converge on Daytona. May, we have the Country 500. And no, folks, that is not a race. It's a 3-day country music festival. This year, do we have any country music fans back there? Raise your hands. Yeah, we got a couple. Then you'll understand what I'm going to say. This year, we had the top 40 country artists, including Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert. However, they were both here on different days, so that's okay. If you know what I'm talking about. Brooks and Dunn and Kid Rock are just a few. Now, that's held on Memorial Day weekend. We're going to have it again next year. We're hoping to have over 200 to 250 country music fans. This year we had 150,000 people. Now July we have the Coke 0400. October the motorcyclists come back, and the last 2 weeks of December we have the World Karting Association comes in here. Not only that, we have all kinds of kart clubs and other special events, charity events and so on. There's usually something going on here. Well, this year, over 265 days this year was booked for some kind of an event or other. I'm going to play a little soundbite here from Mr. Jeff Gordon.
Hi, this is 3-time Daytona 500 champion Jeff Gordon. I'm pleased to welcome all of you to Daytona International Speedway, the world's first motorsports stadium. Nearly 60 years ago, small town Iowa, bigger, faster, and more exciting than any before it. In the ensuing decades, his belief in big dreams transformed Daytona International Speedway into the world's center of racing. Synonymous with names like Petty, Earnhardt, and Allison, Daytona International Speedway has captured the imaginations of millions who have set foot on these hallowed grounds. Now, Bill France's dream has taken yet another step forward with the reimagination of this American icon, blending the modern amenities that today's sports fans demand, the heritage that race fans expect from Daytona. As 2016 saw the closest finish in the history of the Great American Race, it not only conjured memories of Johnny Beauchamp and Lee Petty's 3-wide photo finish at the inaugural 1959 Daytona 500, but reminded race fans everywhere that a reimagined race experience hadn't changed the core of what Bill France envisioned decades ago. Welcome to the World Center of Racing.
Boy, was that perfect timing or what? How many people are here on vacation? Raise your hands. All right, keep your hands in the air like you just do not care. I want you to scream and yell and holler all the way through the tunnel. Now, don't do it yet. We're not there yet. beyond that blue retaining wall, that's our infield road course. This is the West End hairpin turn. It's a 180-degree turn. Looking over to the passenger side, we're coming starting to go right in between turns number 1 and 2. Turns number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all exactly the same. They are 3,200 feet in length, and they're banked at 31 degrees. For the ones that don't make it, we do have a safer barrier installed. Safer standing for steel and foam energy reduction. Much of that impact, causing less damage to the car, but more importantly, less injuries to the car. Overall, safety is always first here at Daytona International Speedway. Now we're going to be the last tour today to be able to go out here on the track. So I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to go turn left. I'm going to turn right and go the opposite way. How's that great? So we're going to be going into the end of turn 2 and into turn 1 and going to the start finish line. Now over here on the driver's side, you see that blue and yellow Sunoco sign. In the middle is 2 chairs. It's a double sign. And on race day, there's 2 NASCAR. Alrighty, here they come. Alright, corners. And if they find something, they call it in the officials, they put out a caution flag, they clean up the mess, and then they resume the race. That's a very important position up there. There's 4 of those, one on the beginning and the end of each one of the turns. Now here's what I'm going to do here. This is 31-degree banking. I'm going to go very slowly, so hold on, please. I'm going to go creep up just a little bit up here. I think that's probably about enough. Just to get a little idea, how would you like to come around this thing here going 200 miles an hour, except up by that wall about maybe 10 inches? That's, I don't know about you, but that's a little scary. That's a 31-degree bank. Can you imagine 4 cars up there side by side? I don't think so. I know I can look over on the passenger side. You see those gray boxes behind the infield wall there? Look inside those. Just take a little gander in there. I just want you to see what they look like from this side. That's our $400 million stadium. That's right, $400 million. That's a lot of money. If you had $500 million bucks, you could probably put one of those in your backyard. You got to buy the property. Charge your friends and relatives several $1,000s a seat, and maybe 400 years later it might be paid for. Now this big cement area here, I'm going to go over to. This is the turn 1. Alrighty, you see all of these seats have different colors. There is a method to that madness. That's an old trick of the trade for TV. When they pan the stadiums with their TV camera, it looks like the seats are all full. However, here at Daytona we don't have to worry too much about that because we always have a sellout or near sellout. Now in just a moment we will be coming up to our very first stop at the start finish line. It's very deceiving, folks. So once you climb off the tram, stand there for a few seconds and get your bearings about you because looking up at an 18-degree banking can be a little deceiving. Do not run and walk at an angle. It is much easier. Also, do not cross between the trams, the yokes, or go into the grass. Once I come to a complete stop, you can drop the chains on the driver's side only. Driver's side only. And we'll be here for about 3 minutes. Alright, go ahead and drop the chains. If you feel that you are not going to be able to navigate, it's 600 feet in length, and that's where you see where they put those logos during race days. That's painted on, but however, it is not paint. It's a biodegradable material, and it actually feeds the grass as it deteriorates. Now in October, or in March, we do have the motorcycles come in here, and they bring in over 300 truckloads of dirt and sand, and they build a motocross. Then they dig it all back up and re-sprig the grass. I don't understand, 1,600 feet in length, and we have 43 pit stalls, however, we only use 40. Now this is where we're going to have our first stop, or our next stop. That's where we'll have our pictures taken at Gatorade Victory Lane. But we're entering through the Rolex chute. Now, all of these Rolex clocks you see, they're real Rolex clocks, folks. Now the sooner we can get these pictures taken, the sooner we can get into where there's some air conditioning, and then get up into the stadium so we don't get soaking wet. Alrighty, go ahead and drop the chains on the driver's side only. Do not go past the tram, and follow me into Gatorade Victory Lane. We're all going to be winners! Alright folks, here we go again. This gets boring. For your safety, please remain seated at all times when the tram is in motion. Now we're leaving the Rolex chute. We're going to go into the blue garages. There's 66 of these garages. I'm going to take the long side over here so you can see inside here. But we do have our old fire department and emergency services full time here. Now straight ahead of us is the Goodyear Tire Garage. They're the official tires of NASCAR. And at the Sunoco gas station, which is the official fuel of NASCAR. Oh, you like Sunoco, do you? Okay. You just see my reflection in the mirror. Just kidding, just kidding. We got fun here. Alright, on the passenger side, you see that blue retaining wall. We're coming up to the east end hairpin turn. That's the International Horseshoe turn. That's the first turn in our infield road course. There's always a lot of activity there. People are vying for their positions. That track is used for the Rolex 24 races, the motorcycles when they're here in October and March, as well as the World Karting Association the last 2 weeks of December. Now as we come out here to the left, or on the driver's side, is our fan zone. And if you look right here, save tickets on that building, those two double doors straight down from it, that's the driver meeting room. 2 hours before the race, the drivers and their crew chiefs must attend a mandatory meeting. It's all about regulation, rules, and safety. We're going to enter into the cup garages. There's 44 of these. I'm going to pull up here a little bit so you can kind of see inside. I'm not going to go too far because if it rains, we don't want to walk very far. But right inside those garages, please, once we do get off the tram, do not go inside the garages. Thank you, and go ahead and drop the chains on the driver's side, please. All right, please remain seated at all times when the tram is in motion. Now, if you look over on the passenger side, you see those long white lines? That's where they park those big, huge car haulers. They park those things in there about 3 feet apart. How they get them in there like that, it's like sardines. It's beyond me, but they're really good drivers, I guess. I'm going to make a sharp right-hand turn and make a U-turn. Now that blue, red, white, blue building over there on the passenger side, it will be on the driver's side. That's our infield care center. Basically, it's a little mini hospital. We have doctors, nurses, paramedics, and state-of-the-art medical equipment in there. We can take care of pretty much any kind of a medical emergency that may arise, all the way from the sting of a bee to the birth of a baby. That's right, we've had 8 brand new race vans delivered right in that building. Now that's a dedicated race van to do that now. Also, if their drivers are in an incident, they must come back here, be checked out before they can go back and race. This beautiful manicured area on the driver's side over here, that's the owner-driver lot. They'll bring their $1 million luxury RVs in here, park them, bring their family. There is a playground for the children. And they'll stay there during the entire event. The only time that the drivers leave that area is to go to their place of work, which is the yellow garages there, the cup garages, or for special speaking or dinner engagements. Looking all the way down the other end of the driver-owner lot, you see that little white building there? That is a fitness center. It's got state-of-the-art fitness equipment in there, so that's for their convenience, and when they're not there, our employees are free to use it. All the grassy areas here with nothing on it, we have 1,000 self-contained camp spots. Straight ahead is a boardwalk club. That's always a hub of activity during our events. They do serve drinks in there and serve food. Behind it, there's a tiki bar and a dock that goes into Lake Lloyd. Now, Lake Lloyd is a man-made lake. It was created when we dug up over 1 million cubic yards of dirt and sand to build the high banks. The lake is 29 acres in size. It ranges between 16 and 36 foot deep. And we do have fish in there, mostly largemouth bass. You saw that one in the wall back there on the media center. That was caught by, and they range between 4 and just about 9 pounds. Over there behind the first fence here is a guy called Radio Lot. Those are, they do have water power and cable TV. By the way, that fish was caught by Darrell Walter. I'm sorry, I had a little choking moment there. It weighs 8 pounds, 0.33 ounces. Now, in 1998, we did undergo a major lighting project. We hired Musco Lighting from Iowa at a price of $5 million to come in here and light the track up. We wanted to have nighttime events. However, that very same year, we did have a rash of wildfires, and the smoke was so bad that we couldn't see from one end of the track to the other. So we had to cancel the race until October of that very same year. So once the sun went down, the lights came on, the crowd went crazy. This place lit up like a Christmas tree. If you look above the track on the outside, you'll see all those long, tall light poles. There's 178 of those, each containing between 2 and 18 2,000 watt bulbs. Now remember those boxes I told you to look at, those gray boxes? Well, here's the back of them. They're at the bottom of the track. That's a very ingenious. Now we're going to be stopping here at the top of the Turn 1 tunnel. We have 2 tunnels, a Turn 1 and Turn 4. This was constructed in 2004. It's 500 feet long, and it's constructed with over 90 individual concrete arches, and we will be 35 feet below the surface of the track. Go ahead. I don't know who that one lady is, but boy, she got some luck. On my side. Alright, as we come up to the top of the hill here, you'll see those 3 big tall awnings. That's the only way that the large car haulers and the luxury RVs can come in and out of our infield. Speaking of that, in our new tunnel, we can put 2 of those side by side. Also on the passenger side, we have another 770 dry camp spots and about a little over 30 that do have power, water, and cable. Just beyond this small body of water back there, you'll see our flat track. It's a dirt track, a quarter mile. That's used for the World Karting Association when they're here the last 2 weeks of December, and the motorcycles when they're here in October and March. Now, speaking of the World Karting Association, they use both tracks, both the infield and the high banks, for a total of 3.56 miles. Now, folks, those things have been clocked at between 160 and 170 miles an hour on the high banks. They're go-karts. They're only 4 inches off the ground. I'll tell you what, I like the skin of my rear end just a little bit too much for me to do it, but you know what? They are an awful lot of fun to watch. Hopefully we'll beat this rain. If not, we're going to get wet. If there is lightning, we will have to stay inside the stadium, and we will be rescued by either vans or buses. As we come across the front of the stadium, we have 5 fan entrances. The first one is sponsored by Florida Hospital, and if you look at that brown rocky area over there, that's actually a waterfall, and they do have colored lights, and it's really cool to watch at night. They also sponsor this 1.5 mile road we're on here. It's marked off every quarter mile. When it's available, the locals are coming here, walk, ride, either bicycle or jog. It's a very safe place. We do have 24-hour security. It's kind of our way of instilling a healthier lifestyle for all. The next big ugly structure here is sponsored by the Florida Power and Light. It's one of our 3 solar pavilions. We have over 7,000 solar panels. We take the great clean energy from the sun and turn it into 2.1 megawatts of power to feed it into our grid. Now that's enough power to light up 1,000 homes. But unfortunately, mine's not one of them. The next gate here is the Chevrolet gate. You see a few automobiles out there on display. Looking up on into the stadium, you see the Daytona International Speedway sign up there. That does light up at night, and the Daytona changes colors. And by the way, those letters are 13 feet tall. Now we're coming up to our next stop here. This is our main gate, the World Center Racing Gate. We have 60 corporate suites in here, 40 escalators, and 17 elevators, more than any outdoor sports facility in the entire world. So go ahead and drop the chains on the passenger side only, and I'll take you into our jail. I mean, you know what it is. It is handicap accessible, so we can have our wounded warriors or anyone that has any kind of disability that may not be able to walk and climb up there. They can take part in waving the flags. At the very end, I call them the arrowheads. They do light up to the conditions of the flag, or the track, I'm sorry. Well, let's see here. Oh, the seats. You see that they're all different colors. They represent the colors of the flags for this particular, basically all of NASCAR. Except for one. Anybody tell me which one is not represented? Blue. No, the blank is up there. Which one? Blue. The blue one. You're right. Why? It's a good guess. It is the blue one. The blue flag on the track means it's got a yellow or a bright green stripe across it. That means move over, you're going too slow. However, the seat does not have that. I'll tell you what it's all about.
I do not like driving the newer RAV4s. So the truck is way the hell down there to where we came in. We are not going to be getting back on board the truck. They are sending a bus to come get us. There's lightning in the area. It's too dangerous. So we've been told.
What? Everybody have everything off of that tram?
Yeah.
Cool. Y'all enjoyed most of your tour?
We did. It was an extended tour. A rain delay.
Why is the car covered up for? That's a number 88 Exalta sponsored Dale Earnhardt Jr. replica car, and we don't uncover it because Exalta is the one that covered it.
Oh.
So, I'm assuming they have it covered for a reason. Yeah, got a little moist. Much as I hate to say it, we need it. Tour in the rain. We just don't like to we don't mind getting you wet. We just don't want to fry you. Yeah. Yeah. Where are you guys from? Indiana. Suckers to jump out and get one of those doors open.
An Indy car. What? Boat. That seems legit.